The Tacoma is costing us $25 million at least, and this is not clickbait. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here, and that's right. The Toyota Tacoma is costing us, or we are paying at least $25 million more than we should be. Now, let me tell you what I'm talking about. I was doing a little bit of research, doing a little thinking the other day about the Toyota Tacoma, and particularly the options that are missing. You know, there are several. If you look back at what we used to get with the Tacoma, they're not there anymore. And we haven't gotten any price reductions. If anything, the price has gone up, right? Let me tell you what these are. There are several. First is the cubby in the back. The one on the driver's side, the big one, gone. The transmission cooler in the case of the Tundra, gone. They didn't even tell us about it. They just quit putting it in. The front track, the track that I just put in the Tacoma, for a project, that was removed. The driver's cubby in the front, by your left knee, there used to be a cubby there. In my 2020, it's gone. The rear seat grab handle, such a simple little thing. You know that little strap that used to be at the back of the seat you could grab to pull it up? That's gone in my 2020. The GoPro mount. Granted, never used it, but it was there. We were paying for it. The CD player, gone. And lastly, the driver's side grab handle. Remember, it used to be right there on the truck. I put my own in. It's gone. Now, I mentioned earlier, they're not giving us a break for this, right? I mean, when you look at your invoice, you don't see a line that says, for example, cubby deleted with a credit, grab handle deleted with a credit, CD player deleted with a credit. You don't see that, right? And the price hasn't gone down. Now, people are going to argue, well, yeah, they took that stuff out, but they're putting other things in. Yeah, they are. And they're raising the price, right? I mean, I paid, I don't know, the sticker on this truck was $42,000, something like that. The sticker on a Pro, by the time you add everything to it, you're over 50 grand, right? So they're not giving us a price break. Now, how do I come up with $25 million? And this is collectively, of course. I just assigned a random value, a really low random value, right? For all of those 8 items. And there are probably more that I've missed, right? Other options that used to come on the truck, maybe before I had it, that I'm not aware of. But I just assigned $100. Now, you know it costs Toyota more than $100, and I am talking about wholesale, their cost, for all of those parts. It's probably really more like 500 to 1,000, who knows? But anyway, I'm being on the conservative side. So you say that whole list is worth $100 to Toyota. Well, 100 times 250,000 trucks sold per year, that's $25 million. That's all on their bottom line, right? $25 million. Now, not to give anybody a business lesson or anything, but there's 3 ways that a company can increase profits, right? You can reduce material and overhead costs. You can raise prices, which they do every year. I mean, the price always goes up. Or you can remove options with no price drop for the customer. In other words, even if they were to keep the price the same and didn't raise it, which doesn't happen, they still make more money on the truck because they're not putting these things in the truck, right? They don't have to go out, buy them at wholesale, and put them in. And not only do they save money on the cost of the parts, there's also a reduced labor cost there, right? Because they don't have to have people touching these parts and putting them in. All of that adds to the bottom line in numbers, of course. I mean, when you take 250,000 times whatever, $1 is $250,000, right? It's no wonder these companies do so well, these manufacturing companies, and why there's so much money in the truck market, right? I mean, when you look at these numbers, it's staggering. Now, let's look at this on the other side. Let's say that my number is way low, and I know it's low, but let's say it's really more like $1,000 for all of those items, plus whatever else I'm missing. I don't know. 1,000 times 250,000 is $250 million, $250 million by not putting these parts in the truck. So if you think that there's no reason Toyota's doing this, and if they're doing it for some reason other than the bottom line, you're nuts. I mean, I can just imagine a boardroom, right? All these guys sitting around saying, we got to increase profits. What can we do? What can we do? Well, Fred over there says, well, we could raise the price. And Jim says, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. What else can we do? Well, Hector over there, he says, let's take something out. It costs us $5, per unit to put that in each truck, and $5 times 250,000. You know what I'm saying? I can just see that conversation in the boardroom, because what happens, right? They have these little brainstorming sessions on how to increase profits. And of course, one thing that always comes up is price increase and reduction of options in the truck. Now, back to what I mentioned earlier about them putting other things in, improving the truck. And they do that. I mean, in talking about the CD player, we have a new radio in the truck now for 2020, and it's awesome. It really is. But the price went up on the truck as well. And other than that, and probably the TSS system, which I didn't ask for, I certainly don't want, and the power seat, which is pretty cool, there really haven't been that many additions to the truck. And I think we've paid for that in the form of price increases, right? So I find it very interesting. People always seem to be, including me, dumbfounded when they take things out, like the cubby. But when you think about it, everything that a manufacturer does is for the bottom line, right? Is to make money. It is a business, and I can appreciate that. We are in a society where you make money, right? It's a business. I get that. But to sit and think that they're doing it for any other reason is crazy. It's just crazy. Now, this isn't Toyota alone. Of course, the other manufacturers are doing the same thing, and it makes perfect sense. This is a way to increase profits and add to the bottom line. But when you look at the numbers, it's just staggering, As a collective, again, I didn't pay an extra $25 million for my truck personally, but if we group us all together, that's a lot of money. And for Toyota, it's just them. They make that extra $25 million. So for them, it really is a big deal, and it makes a lot of difference. So the Tacoma is costing us collectively at least an extra $25 million per year, or per 250,000 trucks sold. It's insane. What do you think? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with contributing to their fortune? I don't know. I mean, I love the Tacoma. I understand that's just the way it goes. It's the nature of the beast. But I gotta say, I don't like it. I want my pieces and parts, and I want a discount of some sort if they're gonna take them away. I don't wanna pay more. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Am I off base? Am I way low? I'm certainly not high. I'd be curious to know what you have to say. Also, real quick, check out my other channel. It is RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. I also have a third channel. It's RobMotive Civic, all about my adventures with the Honda Civic Sport and the Honda Civic Type R. Check them out. If you like them, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.